What is up, you guys? It's your girl Leilah Elle, back with another video. If you are new, welcome to my channel. If you're not new, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, you obviously read the title and you know I'm going to be showing you guys how I lay/melt a closure install and make it look invisible. So right here I'm showing you guys the beauty supply store bundles closure and then the edge pomade stick that I'm going to be using to lay down the hair. The first thing I do, I'm just showing you guys the closure right here. I'll be adding some concealer to it to make it look more flesh-like so that it can match your scalp. And I'm just going to begin by plucking it before I put the concealer on. So I'm going to speed that up for you guys real quick. Basically, for everybody wondering, when you pluck the closure, basically you're taking out some of the hair because sometimes it can be too much hair on the part and your part doesn't look spaced out enough. So plucking it does just take it out. And if you wonder why I put makeup on it, if you look really closely at the closure, you can see the black knots on the hair. And obviously beauty supply store closures are not bleached, so makeup is the closest thing to make it look natural. Alright, so right here I'm showing you guys the concealer that I bought. This is nothing fancy, it's just from the beauty supply store. It says number 10 at the bottom, and it's the NK Beauty brand. So basically what you're going to do with the makeup, you're going to put it on the inside of the closure. It should go through the closure, but if it doesn't, then you can always add some on the outside of the closure. And if you have a beauty blender, then you can always use that, but I didn't have that, so you're going to see me later on in the video using Q-tips just to blend it in more. Alright guys, so now we're done putting the concealer on the closure. Now we're going to get our Got To Be Glued spray, and you're just going to spray the area of the closure you put the concealer on and then blow dry it, and you can repeat this about up to 2 times. And for anybody curious asking, why would you put Got To Be Glued spray on the makeup? Basically what the Got To Be Glued spray does to the concealer that you put on there, it's going to keep it in place. You know, Got To Be Glued is a freeze spray, so it's going to freeze the makeup in place, so every time you touch it, it's not going to come off. So I blow dried that about 5 minutes. Now I'm showing you guys the thread I'll be using to sew in the bundles in my hair. I did just do a basic braid down with the middle part. I sewed all the cornrows together in the back, and now I have my first bundle and I'm about to start sewing it in. Alright, so I'm almost done with my sewing, but now it's time to put the closure on. I'm just showing you guys the closure. I did start in the back of my head with the all blonde bundle, and then in the middle I did the black to ombre blonde, just so that it would match the closure a little bit more. I'm just going to start cutting the excess lace from the closure, and then we're gonna start sewing it in. One thing I forgot to add, I did end up adding another row of bundle in under the closure because it was a little too spaced out for me, and you could see the braids just a little, it was just a little bit too visible for me. So I did end up adding another bundle in, and just to put down your closure, you're gonna make sure it's in the center of your head. And if you have the wig band, then you can use that so it's easier to sew it down, but I just used a clip and I sewed down each side one by one. I do apologize, I forgot to film the final product on the actual day that I finished, like with the actual final product, but the next day I did record and I ended up pulling out some edges just to make it look more realistic. So I'm going to show you guys that, and then I did add a headband on just to, you know, show you guys the different few styles that you can do, and then at the end I'll show you guys some Snapchat videos from my hair.